Well, hello vinyl community, how you doing? It's Matt. I'm doing my best to hold the camera steady here. I am in northern New Hampshire. Yes, I am. I'm taking you on another adventure. I happen to be up here in northern New Hampshire, and I realize that there's a cool record store up here called Revolution Records. Revolution Records. So we're going to go visit that today. So I thought I'd give you a view of the White Mountains, in particular Mount Washington, and you can check it out. Hope you can see it okay. Mount Washington, northern New Hampshire. Enjoy. And nice view for you. And again, I will be going to Revolution Records, hopefully making some purchases, and then I'll be sharing them with you. So take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Up here and start a farm.
Hello vinyl community, how you doing? It's Matt, and finally I've had some time to do my follow-up video to my trip to Revolution Records. Yes, the Revolution Records, which I've featured in today's video. I happen to be up in northern New Hampshire for a little family trip, so to speak, And while up there, I decided to do a little search and see if there was any record stores in the area. And lo and behold, I discovered Revolution Records, which is in the Conway area of New Hampshire, which is in northern New Hampshire, if you check a map. Anyway, as you can see from the beginning of this video, took the trip to Revolution Records. It was a nice little drive, beautiful country up there in northern New Hampshire. I started out the video with a quick intro shot with Mount Washington behind me. I hope you could see it okay. It was pretty well snow-capped. A lot of snow on the top of Mount Washington, and I hope you enjoyed that. But anyway, on to Revolution Records, and I want to show you today what some of my grabs were at Revolution Records. Well, actually all my grabs at Revolution Records. And the first thing I'm showing is, and it's kind of fitting for this time of the year, Happy Crimble to everybody, Merry Christmas. But they had this, still in the shrink wrap, Ray Conniff, Christmas with Conniff, the Ray Conniff Singers, which is one of my favorite Christmas albums. Ray Conniff has a couple of Christmas albums. There's another one called We Wish You a Merry Christmas, which came out after this one by the Ray Conniff Singers. And I have that one on CD. I don't have it on vinyl. I hope someday to get it on vinyl. I may have an old beat-up copy of vinyl around here somewhere. I'll have to look. I might do a Christmas video for you next. But anyway, I saw Christmas with Conniff. It's not an original. The original came out in the late 50s or early 60s, I believe. This is a reissue, but it's a pretty old reissue because the price on it is like $3.99 at some place called Dr. Orsi's Record and Audio Shops, as you can see. And it's listed for only $3.99. The reason I know it's not an original is because it has the barcode up here in the corner. But it's a great little Christmas album. Again, I may feature it again in my Christmas video when I do a Christmas video this year. But pick this up at Revolution Records in northern New Hampshire. Thought you'd like to see it. Great shape, still in the shrink wrap on Columbia Records. Famous Columbia logo. Okay, on to the next one, staying kind of with the adult contemporary type theme here. As you know, one of my favorite of the adult contemporary theme, one of my favorite crooners of all time is Mr. Andy Williams. Love Andy, goes back to my childhood. If you've ever watched any of my other videos where I talk about Andy a little bit, growing up I just always loved his TV specials, his Christmas specials, always loved his voice. Nothing against Sinatra, nothing against Tony Bennett, nothing, I mean I could go on and on, Perry Como and oh God, so many great crooners out there, singers, but Andy's probably one of my favorites. And it's just a thing that goes back to when I was young. I've always had Andy right up there as one of my favorites since I was very young. So anyway, I found this one at Revolution Records for short money. It's got a little hype sticker on it, which is right on the album, which says Academy Award winner. But the sticker's right on the album. I don't want to try to peel it off. And the album is Days of Wine and Roses and Other TV Requests. Guaranteed high fidelity. So I'm assuming it's in mono and it's an original. It's in pretty good shape, the cover, actually. It's not in the worst shape at all. It's Andy's on Columbia Records as well. To show you the label. Okay, but it's in great shape. I gotta say, for Revolution Records, being way up there in the North Country, northern New Hampshire, I didn't know what to find or expect, and the last thing I expected to find were like these two records. They just happened to pop out, and I grabbed them. But it's a good little store. As you can see from my video, I tried to capture a little bit by doing a pan and scan. It's not too big, but it's a good enough size where they have pretty much every genre of music. They have some collectibles, 45s, some CDs, limited on the CDs, and mainly vinyl. Okay, the next one I grabbed, I already have this one. You may have seen it in my John Denver tribute video from a while back. But it's John Denver's 1973 album called Airy. A-E-R-I-E, Airy. Okay, get a close shot for you there. But the reason I grabbed this one, folks, how could I pass it up? Another John Denver album in the shrink wrap with hype stickers. Okay, you got the RCA Experience sticker here. And over here in very white, hard to read letters, it says, contains a John Denver poster. That's it. Okay. So what my plan is, here's the back of Airy. Airy is a great album by John, by the way. You go back to my John Denver video. You know, he's one of my, I shouldn't even say he's a guilty pleasure, because I have no problem being a fan of John Denver. He's a great artist, great songwriter, great singer. His music just is very soothing, very relaxing, very uplifting, and in some cases very spiritual. I can't recommend him enough to you. If you've never gotten into John, try a few of his bigger hits, his bigger albums, and then go on to some of the deeper stuff like Airy. Great album. And what I intend to do with this is, because this one, it's in great shape. It's John was on the RCA label for most of his career, original orange RCA label. But when I open this one up, there's no poster. The promotional poster is not in it, which I was a little disappointed with that. But however, as I said, I do have another copy of Airy with the poster. So I think what I'm going to do is Frankenstein it and put the poster in with this one, only because this one's in better condition overall. I mean, the vinyl's in excellent shape. It's in the shrink, and it's got the two original hype stickers, especially the one advertising the poster. So I'll put the poster in here. So John Denver, Airy. Okay, kind of an obscure popish, power pop, maybe more pop rock band from the 70s. Who remembers Jigsaw? Okay, I didn't expect to find this one at Revolution Records, but this has the big hit on it. I have the 45. I've got it on CD somewhere. Sky High. Where is it? There it is. Top song, side one. Who remembers the song Sky High from 1975, I believe? 75. The album came out in 75, and the single Sky High came out in 75. Big, big, big top 40 hit where I'm from. I'm not going to try to sing it for you folks, sorry. I have limited singing ability, and I don't want to frighten you right before the holidays, so I'm not going to try to sing it. But I guarantee if you're a fan of, you know, classic rock, classic pop, power pop, whatever you want to call it, you'll know the song Sky High by Jigsaw. And this just seems like one of those nugget albums I just had to get, even though I have the 45, and they're kind of only a one-hit wonder for that one song. I haven't listened to the album yet. Could be outstanding or it could be lousy, who knows. But, you know, for $2 or $3 in good shape little album, I had to grab it for that single, Sky High. And it's on a Chelsea label. Just thought I'd show you a different looking label there. Chelsea. Okay. Let's move on here. The next one's kind of a common grab, but I'm a big fan of theirs, and I have this album on CD, don't have it on vinyl. And it's The Cars, Heartbeat City. Oh, and here's the back. The album's kind of configured funny, the way they did it. So you got the front from 1984, I believe. And then here's the back. Heartbeat City. Big, big album for the Cars. It was probably, I think, their last album before they went on a hiatus for many years. They've since come back and have put out at least one other album in recent times, but this was the last big Cars album before they split, so-called split. Heartbeat City. Pretty good shape, some wear. It's on the Elektra label. Wear and tear a little bit on the cover, but nothing terrible. Vinyl's in great shape. And if you're a fan of 80s rock and roll, you'll know Heartbeat City, you'll know many other Cars songs. You're talking Hello Again, Magic, Drive, You Might Think. Oh my goodness, Heartbeat City. Just so many good songs on this album. And as I said, I didn't have it on vinyl. I did have the CD, and I do enjoy it. And I said I saw the vinyl, and it was, you know, a couple of bucks. I grabbed it. Any other Cars fans out there? I love them. Great band. Big fan of their Candy O album. I think Steve Schnee is also. Love that Candy O album, that second album. Okay, this is a little bit of an upgrade. George's Cloud 9, but I saw it in the shrink wrap, and mine's in great shape, mind you. I keep it in a plastic sleeve and everything, but it's not in the shrink. And I found Cloud 9, 30 years old, in the shrink wrap. so I grabbed it. You all know and love this album. I won't. Great picture of George there with the old Gretsch Duo Jet, his original Gretsch Duo Jet, which he had played all those years ago with the Beatles. He pulled it out again for the Cloud 9 promotional pictures on the Dark Horse label. Yeah, this is one of George's albums that really, someday I'll do a George ranking, but it's going to be number 1 or 2, I'll tell you right now. I guarantee it's going to be number 1 or number 2. I love the Cloud 9 album. I felt it was, you know, some people criticize it and say it's, you know, too 80s produced and all that. Well, it was recorded in the 80s. It's from 1987. It's going to have that somewhat sound. I mean, Jeff Lynne produced it, and, you know, Jeff from ELO. I love that band also. I love Jeff Lynne. I love what he does. And I have no qualms or problems whatsoever with the way Cloud 9 was recorded. It's a beautiful album. It's a great album. Top notch from start to finish. And boy, when I first heard this album in '87, I'm not ashamed to say I had tears in my eyes by the time I got to track, I think 2, If That's What It Takes, or That's What It Takes, which is track 2. By the time that second track was over, I literally had tears in my eyes, sitting in my bedroom at the time, listening to this, just thinking, George is back. He's back. He's back with a vengeance. And he was. And he did so much more after this album came out with the Wilburys and just so many things that he's been involved in, and we miss him every day. But let's give a little quick remembrance and tribute to this album, because it was the album that brought George back after a 5-year hiatus after going Troppo, and he came back blazing. This is a fantastic record, folks. So anyway, Upgrade. It's in the shrink in mint condition. Okay, another kind of upgrade. I have one of these Dark Horse, George's Dark Horse, but mine's a little beat up. You know, it's old. It goes back to the 70s. And this isn't in the shrink, but I found this one for short money, and it's in pretty darn good shape. So I said, hey, why not? Let's upgrade a little bit, a little better cover, a little less beat up than mine. I had to do it, so why not? And got George on this side on the label, and Olivia on the other side. He had just met Olivia not too soon before this, and I'm sure their romance was blossoming and whatnot. And what else we got here? We got the inner sleeve. Okay. And, well, I thought I saw something else in here. Oh yeah, the picture poster, like, it's got lyrics on the back, and a picture of George. Okay. Good little album, not one of my top favorite George albums, but I can't complain. I do enjoy it on occasion, and I'm happy to have a little upgraded version of it. Dark Horse, 1974. And finally, last but not least, from Revolution Records, and I'll end this video. So I got all those other records. I'm ready to leave and go out the store, and I notice up on the wall where they display records, and you can see it in the video when I do a pan and scan, you may even see this record up on the wall. I finally went close and said, well, what's so special about that? I bought this. This is an original, still sealed copy of the Beatles 62 to 66. You see they put a little sticker on it. Still sealed. I have to get that off. This is sealed, folks. This is sealed. Got the hype stick with all the songs on the back. Your old Capitol logo up top. Sadly, they did not have 67 to 70. Maybe someday I'll come across that one, but you know what? I'm not complaining. For an album this old, which goes back to 1973, and kind of smells, it smells like it's from 1973. A little musty there. No, I'm only kidding. And it's got the old store sticker on it from where they peeled off the price. And I know this store, it was in the New England area, and it goes back quite a few years. So anyway, I thought you'd enjoy seeing this. A still sealed copy of the Beatles, 62 to 66, which we know is in mint condition inside there, never been played, from 1973. You don't see this too often, so I grabbed it. And I'll tell you, the money was was right. They gave a great price at Revolution Records. All their prices were great. I can't complain. Revolution Records in northern New Hampshire, Conway. Check them out. Maybe they have an online site or something, or if you're ever up in the northern New Hampshire area, you can check them out. Revolution Records. Anyway, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed my little trip to Revolution Records in the North Country. Enjoy this. I hope I will be back soon with another video for you. Take care. God bless. Happy Crimble. Merry Christmas. And all that other good stuff. Take care. Bye-bye.